My name is Derek Moss, and I'm 24 years old. I never imagined anyone would ever claim me, especially not her. The year is 2187, and Earth is only a memory now. The last survivors live on New Terra, a frontier world where the old rules vanished long ago. The genetic upgrades designed to save humanity after the solar storms also altered us in ways we're still uncovering. Some remained purely human, while others became something beyond it. I work in the hydroponics bay, raising food for over 3,000 people. It's honest labor, and it keeps me centered. The scent of soil and growing plants reminds me we're still surviving, still fighting. That was where I first saw her. Her name is Luna Raven, and she's 23. Fire-colored hair spilled down her back, and those wolf ears weren't accessories. They were real. When she stepped into my greenhouse wearing that leather jacket and those shorts, with her tail swaying behind her, I completely forgot how to breathe. She smiled, and everything in my world shifted. The werewolf clans are New Terra's shield. Enhanced strength, sharper senses, and a presence that makes baseline humans like me feel breakable. They follow pack laws older than our colony itself. Luna belongs to the Crimson Moon Pack, one of the most honored lineages. She started coming every day. At first, she simply observed me work, those glowing eyes following every move I made. Then she began helping, her hands surprisingly careful with the seedlings despite her obvious power. We talked about everything: the world before the storms, old music, the dreams we carried across the stars. On the seventh day, she brought the collar. Black leather with silver studs, simple yet unmistakable. She held it in both hands, as if offering something sacred. "I want you to wear this," Luna whispered. My heart pounded. "Luna, what does this mean?" "In my culture," she said, "it means you are mine to guard and cherish. I claim you." I stared at the collar and felt something shift inside me. Fear, yes, but also warmth. A strange sense of belonging. "People will talk," I murmured. "A baseline human with a crimson moon wolf." "Let them," she said firmly. "I chose you, Derek Moss, not for what you are, but for who you are." I let her place the collar around my neck. Her touch was warm against my skin, and when she fastened it, I felt claimed in a way that didn't trap me. It grounded me. But life on a frontier world is never peaceful. 3 weeks later, the raiders came. Rogue ships from the Outer Rim, reckless, starving, violent. They wanted our supplies, our tech, our future. The alarm screamed, and Luna was instantly beside me. "Stay close," she ordered, her voice edged with the wolf within. The battle was brutal. I saw her fully transform for the first time, her body flowing into something breathtaking and fearsome. She fought like a living storm, defending our home with every ounce of strength. Members of her pack joined the fight, and together they forced the raiders back into the darkness. But Luna was hurt, a plasma burn across her ribs, the kind that would have killed someone like me. I carried her to medical and refused to leave. For 3 long days, I stayed by her side, speaking to her, reading to her, reminding her she wasn't alone. The collar around my throat felt heavier with each passing hour, a symbol of the vow I'd accepted. On the 4th day, she finally opened her eyes. "You stayed," she whispered. "Of course I stayed. I'm yours, remember?" Tears slid down her cheeks, and in that moment I understood something deep. Beneath all her strength, Luna was just as frightened as I was, just as fragile under the surface. She claimed me not out of dominance, but out of loneliness. We healed together after that, quietly, completely, in all the ways that mattered. Luna taught me about pack loyalty, the kind that goes farther than bloodlines. I taught her about gardening, about patience, about tending something small until it grows strong. We built something neither of us expected: a partnership, a bond, a love that rose above every difference between us. 6 months later, the colony council approached us. They wanted to begin a cultural exchange between baseline humans and the enhanced clans. They asked if Luna and I would lead it. We agreed, without hesitation. Standing before 3,000 colonists, wearing my collar with pride, I spoke about bridges, how our contrasts become our strength when we choose understanding instead of fear. Luna stood beside me, her fingers woven through mine, and I felt the future shift around us. New Terra still isn't perfect. We still face fear, suspicion, old wounds that open too easily. But every day, more people choose hope. More baseline and enhanced citizens form bonds that slowly mend the fractures of our past. Luna still puts my collar on each morning. It's become our quiet ritual, a moment of closeness before the day begins. Sometimes she presses a kiss to the spot where the leather rests against my skin and whispers that I'm hers. And I whisper back that she's mine. Because belonging has nothing to do with power or genetics. It's about choosing one another, again and again, in a universe that tries its hardest to tear us apart. We survived the fall of Earth. We crossed the endless dark between stars. And we built something new together. That's the miracle that matters. My name is Derek Moss, and I'm 24 years old. I never thought anyone would ever claim me, especially not her. The year is 2187, and Earth is only a memory now. What's left of us lives on New Terra, a frontier world where old rules have crumbled. The genetic changes that saved humanity after the solar storms also altered us in ways we're still uncovering. Some of us remained baseline human. Others evolved into something beyond. I work in the hydroponics bay, growing food for 3,000 colonists. It's honest work, and it keeps me steady. The smell of soil and living green reminds me that we're still here, still fighting. That's where I first saw her. Her name is Luna Raven, and she's 23. Flame-colored hair flowed past her shoulders, and those wolf ears weren't decoration. They were real. When she stepped into my greenhouse wearing that leather jacket and those shorts, her tail swaying behind her, I forgot how to breathe. She smiled, and everything changed. The werewolf clans protect New Terra, enhanced strength, sharper senses, and a presence that makes humans like me feel breakable. They follow pack laws older than the colony itself. Luna comes from the Crimson Moon Pack, one of the most honored families. She started visiting every day. At first, she only watched me work, those glowing eyes tracing my every move. Then she began helping, her hands surprisingly gentle with the seedlings despite her power. We talked about everything: the world before the storms, old music, the dreams we carried from Earth to the stars. On the 7th day, she brought the collar. Black leather, silver studs, simple but impossible to misunderstand. She held it with both hands, like an offering. "I want you to wear this," she breathed. My heart pounded. "Luna, what does it mean?" "In my culture," she said softly, "it means you belong to me. That I claim you, to protect you, and cherish you." I stared at the collar and felt something shift inside me. Fear, yes, but also warmth. A sense of home I didn't know I needed. "People will talk," I said quietly. A baseline human with a crimson moon wolf. "Let them," she replied, voice absolute. "I chose you, Derek Moss, not for what you are, but for who you are." I let her put the collar on. Her fingers were warm at my throat, and when she fastened it, I felt claimed in a way that felt right. But life on a frontier world is never simple.